Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following MLB matches that is happening on Sunday, August 20th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. Kansas City Royals vs Chicago Cubs. Take Chicago minus 1.5 runs. And here is why. As highlighted, Lyles has been virtually unbackable this season, even with 2 of his 3 wins coming on the road. Kansas City's 4 of last 5 losses have been by 2 or more runs, and as illustrated in Game 1, hits don't equate to runs. The Cubs have been swinging the bat with authority in August, averaging nearly 2 home runs per game and hitting their best monthly split thus far. Look for the Cubs to close the series out by margin. Take over 9.5 runs. And here is why. Neither of these pitchers has exhibited extreme prowess on the mound, and while Hendricks hasn't given up many daytime home runs, he's still been hittable and is allowing foes to hit over .300 in the month of August. Lyles has struggled in the 8th month as well, posting above what is already a high ERA average and giving up more home runs than games pitched. With the Cubs' bats hot and Hendricks struggling to generate strikeouts, look for points here. Milwaukee Brewers vs Texas Rangers. Take the Rangers with the money line. And here is why. The Milwaukee Brewers continue what is perhaps their most brutal stretch of the season as they wrap their series with the Rangers in Texas. The Brewers are in the midst of 9 straight games against fellow division leaders. The journey started rough with 3 straight losses against the Dodgers in Law. The Brewers have quickly turned things around and will be going for a sweep of their own against the Rangers after winning the first 2 games of the series, including a 6-1 win on Saturday. Starter Frankie Peralta allowed 4 hits and 1 run in 5.2 innings of work while striking out 11 batters to pick up the win. The Texas Rangers management did their part at the trade deadline to support the club on the field. In need of starting pitching, the Rangers picked up 2 of the best on the market when they acquired Max Scherzer from the Mets and Jordan Montgomery from the Cardinals. Thus far, the pair has not disappointed with a record of 5-1 in 6 starts combined with the Rangers. The Rangers have quickly been cooled by the Brewers in the first 2 games of the series, losing 9-8 and then 6-1 on Saturday. Scherzer has always been a big game pitcher, and he has brought that mentality with him to Texas in the early going. He is a perfect 3-0 in his 3 starts and has an ERA under 2 thus far. In addition, Scherzer has excelled while pitching in front of the home crowd with a perfect 5-0 record when pitching at home this season. Scherzer faces a Milwaukee lineup that scored just 3 runs total in the 3 losses in Los Angeles. He has done an exceptional job of keeping the ball out of play with his 11.7 K9 rate since arriving in Texas. Scherzer should get plenty of support from baseball's 2nd highest run-producing team against the Brewers' Hauser. Texas is number 1 in baseball in runs per game at home this season, with over 6 per contest. For our second pick, take over 8.5 runs. And here is why. Left fielder Christian Yelich is batting .289 with 66 RBIs, 132 hits and an on-base percentage of .376 to lead Milwaukee in each category. Shortstop Willie Adames is the leader in home runs with 18. Yelich is 2nd in home runs with 16, while William Contreras is 2nd in RBIs with 57. On Sunday, the Milwaukee Brewers will send Adrian Hauser to the mound. The right-hander is 4-4 with a 4.43 ERA and 68 Ks. The Texas Rangers dropped to 72.50 following a 9-8 loss to the Milwaukee Brewers on Friday. Texas has lost 2 straight, but the Rangers remain first in the American League West, 2 1/2 games ahead of the Houston Astros. Texas is 2nd in team batting average and runs scored, while a respectable 11th in ERA and 10th in batting average allowed. Second baseman Marcus Semien is batting .280 to lead Texas and has a team-high 141 hits, while first baseman Nathaniel Lowe is the leader in on-base percentage at .365. Right fielder Atlas Garcia is the leader in home runs with 30 and RBIs with 92. On Sunday, the Texas Rangers will send Max Scherzer to the mound. The right-hander is 12-4 with a 3.67 ERA and 147 Ks. Milwaukee's starting pitcher Adrian Hauser has been roughed up in 3 of the last 4 starts, allowing a total of 14 runs across 20 innings, with the over cashing in 3 of the 4. The over has cashed in 6 of Texas's last 8 versus Milwaukee, and in each of the last 5 that Texas has played at home. Texas has scored the 2nd most runs in baseball and has the 2nd best team batting average. Chicago White Sox vs Colorado Rockies. Take the Rockies with the money line. And here is why. The recent stretch of play has been a microcosm of Chicago's whole season, i.e. very underwhelming. As of this writing, Saturday evening, the Sox have dropped 5 of their last 6 games, including Friday's series opener. That was a 14-1 beatdown, which dropped the White Sox's run differential to -107. They're currently 48-74 and reside 15.5 games off the pace of the Twins in the lousy AL Central. Dylan Cease gets the nod in the series finale, and he'll be gearing up to make his 26th start of the campaign. The right-hander comes into this one at 5-6 and owns a 4.32 ERA and 1.39 WHIP. He posted a quality start in his most recent outing against the Brewers, limiting them to 2 earned runs over 7.0 innings of work. Cease struck out 7 batters, but was saddled with a loss in the 7-3 defeat. The offense has been a major issue for the White Sox this year. They're currently 27th overall in runs scored, 499, thanks to the 25th ranked team batting average, .237, and 28th best ops, .678. Individually, Luis Robert Jr. has powered the offense as he leads the team in average, .270, home runs, 32, and RBI, 66. Andrew Benintendi has the edge in OBP at .335. When the name Dylan Cease is mentioned, our thoughts often gravitate towards his second-place finish in last year's AL Cy Young voting. However, there has been a noticeable decline in his performance since that impressive season, evident in his current 4.32 ERA and 1.39 WHIP. Additionally, his strikeouts per 9 innings (K9) have dropped this year, standing at 10.6 compared to the previous year's 11.1. While still a commendable figure, the decrease in his strikeout effectiveness suggests an overall regression in his performance. Considering these factors, I perceive this as a favorable opportunity to support the Rockies as the underdogs. The White Sox appear to be struggling this year, and their rebuilding efforts are appearing less successful. Conversely, the Rockies have demonstrated stronger performance at home this season, boasting a 27-32 Sioux record. There are enough indications pointing towards the possibility of an upset on Sunday. I'm riding with the over Sunday afternoon. And here is why. This game has barnburner written all over it. Let's continue with the fate of Cease. He gets worse on the road as his ERA rises to 4.98, and opponents are hitting .245 against him. Colorado has also seen him well as they're slashing .400, .438, .622 against him over 45 at-bats. Yes, that's an ops of over 1.000. On the flip side, Chris Flexen has been terrible this year, especially since coming over from Seattle. The right-hander has a 7.78 ERA in 4 starts with Colorado. His WHIP is 1.83, and he has allowed 7 long balls over just 19.2 innings of work. As I mentioned, this game is likely going to be high scoring.